Today we are going to start your last unit of your 5th sem, that is nothing but unit 4th. Okay, so your unit 4th name is nothing but interfacing of peripherals. Okay, unit 4th totally, see, in unit 1 you have studied the first introduction of your microprocessor. Unit 2 you have studied how to program microprocessor, means instructions you have studied. Now in unit 3 you have studied the programming of microprocessor, that means you have written the programs for microprocessor in unit 3. Now first unit 1 introduction of microprocessor, unit 2 how to write the program. Okay, means what are the instructions used in microprocessor so that we can write the program easily. Then unit 3 you went for programming. Programming means in the sense you have written the programs. Then now today we are going to start unit 4th, that is nothing but last unit of your syllabus, 5th sem. Okay, so now after seeing introduction, after learning instruction set, and after doing programming everything, now what is our main task? What we will do? We came to know everything about microprocessor. Now we came to know means what? We have learned everything about microprocessor completely. So now what is our duty? Next last chapter is what? We are connecting this microprocessor to other devices. Okay, that is known as interfacing. When you are connecting microprocessor to any external devices is known as interfacing, obviously, because microprocessor is nothing but what? It is nothing but CPU. Okay, CPU means, you have seen, CPU means everything you have attached externally. Okay, so unit 3 we have program microprocessor, and unit 4th we will be taking that microprocessor chip and we are connecting it to other external devices. See, you have seen CPU is connected to other external devices, like you can connect to CPU scanner, printer, and you can connect keyboard and mouse, that all thing you can connect. So what is the devices you are connecting? Is nothing but input and output devices. Input devices is what? Keyboard, and output devices will be like your monitor, obviously. So keyboard, mouse, everything is like input devices. So you can connect these input and output devices to the microprocessor in unit 4th. Okay, so unit 4th is what? Unit 4th is interfacing of peripherals. Interfacing means what? Connecting an external device to your microprocessor is known as interfacing. What is peripherals? Peripherals means input and output devices. Okay, so now it is clear. 4th unit chapter, 4th unit name is nothing but interfacing of peripherals. Interfacing means connecting an external devices to microprocessor chip. Okay, because individually microprocessor cannot do any task. Everything we have to attach externally. In the starting definition itself I have explained you, microprocessor means RAM, ROM, IO ports, everything, input output ports, everything you have to attach externally, that is compulsory. So for connecting everything externally to microprocessor, what you have to do? You will be using peripherals. Peripherals means what? Input output devices. So interfacing means connecting an external device to microprocessor is known as interfacing. Peripherals means input output device. Now in this unit you are having mostly like 4 chapters. Mostly, no, almost you are having 4 chapters. In this unit you are having 4 chapters. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you are having how many chapters? You are having 4 chapters. It is not a big deal, but you can learn it easily because here in one chapter you are not having more topics. Few topics are there. So the first chapter name is types of programmable and non-programmable interrupt peripherals. Okay, interfacing peripherals. Sorry. Now, first chapter name is what? Types of programming and non-programming interfacing peripherals. That means we are having different types of programmable. Programmable means what? We have to write the program, or you may not write the program. Means leave it without program also. You can connect this to microprocessor, and with program also you can connect it to microprocessor. So they are some ICs. Because microprocessor is IC, it should also connected with IC only. So what is this first chapter name? Types of programmable and non-programmable interfacing peripherals. Means we are connecting programmable IC and non-programmable IC to microprocessor. Okay, that means interfacing peripherals. Peripherals means what again? Input and output devices. So this is your first chapter. Now in this chapter you will be seeing the programmable IC and non-programmable IC, which is used as a peripherals. Peripherals means what? Like input output device, and which is connected to microprocessor. Okay. Next, second chapter name is D to A converters. Okay. In second chapter you will be having the topic which is convert D to A. D means what? Digital. A means what? Analog. Means digital to analog converters. You can connect D to A converter. That means digital to analog converters are available, because microprocessor is like digital IC. Sometimes we need to convert digital signal into analog. So what you will be doing? You will be connecting a digital to analog converters, and you can connect. Okay. Now second chapter is D to A converters. Third chapter is A to D converters. Okay. Third chapter is nothing but what? A to D converters. A to D means what? Then again analog to digital converters. Third chapter is analog to digital converters. Okay. So your third chapter indicates what? It is like analog to digital converter. That is your third chapter. Okay. Now the last chapter is open loop and closed loop control system. Okay. Open loop and closed loop control system. That is your last chapter in your syllabus. Okay. So the last chapter you will be learning what? You will be learning open loop. Open loop means what? What do you mean by open and closed loop? Open loop means without feedback. Closed loop means with feedback. You have to remember this. Okay. Closed loop means with feedback. Open loop means without feedback. So in the last chapter you will be studying the concepts of open loop, closed loop devices, and means with feedback and without feedback. Okay. So this is your unit 4th introduction. So in unit 4th, what are the things you can learn? Your unit 4 name is what? Interfacing of. Unit 4 name is what? Interfacing of peripherals. Okay. Interfacing means what? Connecting an external devices to microprocessor. Peripherals means what? Input output devices. Now, this unit 4th consists of how many chapters? It consists of 4 chapters. Okay. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4. Okay. Now, first chapter name is types of programmable and non-programmable interfacing devices. Okay, means here in first chapter you will be seeing the programmable and non-programmable devices types. Okay, ICs. Then second chapter is your second chapter indicates what? Second chapter is nothing but D2A converters, digital to analog converters. Means when you want to convert digital signal into analog, you can also connect D2A converters. Okay. Now the third chapter is what? A to D converters, analog to digital converters is your third chapter. Okay. Now after third chapter is over, your next chapter is what? Your next chapter is last chapter is open loop and closed loop control system. What do you mean by open loop and closed loop control system? Means open loop means here you can use feedback or you cannot use feedback. There is nothing but open loop and closed loop control system. Without feedback and with feedback, devices are available in the last chapter. That is your fourth chapter in your unit 4th. Okay. Now today we are going to start the first chapter of your unit 4th. Last unit, first chapter, today we are going to start. So what is the name? What is the title of your unit 4th? Interfacing peripherals. Okay. Now first chapter in this unit 4th is what? Types of programmable and non-programmable peripherals. Okay. Types of programmable and non-programmable interfacing peripherals. Okay, means either we can program it or either without program also we can use. That type of ICs are available in chapter 1, unit 4th. Okay, so now we will start chapter 1 of unit 4th. Okay, so this is a like introduction I am giving. Now see, we are starting unit 4th first chapter. Before starting unit 4th first chapter, I would like to explain you, means give you the brief descriptions of all the 4 chapters, so that it will be easy for you to remember the topics by chapter wise. If I am giving it in chapter video wise, means you will be getting confused, because this is like a introduction class. So in this class only I will be explaining you about the what are the topics available inside your units. Okay, inside your chapters, 4 chapters, what are the topics available, now we will see. Okay, now first chapter name, what I said you, types of programmable and non-programmable interfacing peripherals. In this chapter, okay, you are having 2 important ICs. One is 8212 and 8255. Okay, in this chapter, in your first chapter, you are having how many ICs? 2 important ICs. The first IC is like two important ICs. IC means what? Integrated circuit. Okay, IC means what? Integrated circuit. So in this chapter you are having two important ICs. Okay. Now the first and most important thing about this ICs are what? What is the chapter name? Types of programmable and non-programmable interfacing peripherals. So out of these two ICs, this IC is non-programmable and this IC is programmable. Okay. So what is the chapter name? Chapter name is what? Types of programmable and non-programmable interfacing peripherals. So that two ICs are nothing but, in this chapter you are having how many topics? Two topics. Okay. So that two topics are what? First one is first IC is what? 8212, and the second IC is what? 8255. Out of these two ICs, one IC is like non-programmable and one IC is what? Programmable. That means for 8255, user can write the program and it can make the IC to do what he want to do. Okay, means he can program the 8255 IC and he can make that IC to work according to the user. Okay, by programming. But for 8212, there is no programmable IC, means it is not a programmable IC. So user cannot write the program and it cannot use as its wish, because programmable IC means user can use it as by their own wish by programming. Do like this, this is input, that is output, go to this, go down, that everything user can do for the programmable IC. But for the non-programmable IC, user cannot do anything. Whatever is there, operation is available for non-programmable IC, that only user can follow. Okay. So now what programming user can do for 8212? 8212 is not a programmable IC, it is only a non-programmable IC. So 8212 can be used as input device and it can use as outputs. Okay. 8212 can be used as input as well as it can be used as outputs. Remember this. But what about this 8255? 8255 can also use as input and output, but according to the ports, means ports are there. For 8255 you are having 3 ports. So out of these 3 ports means what? Input output. Okay, input output. Externally, port means where you will connect the pen drive, USB wire, that is nothing but ports. Okay, so that ports will be like back side. Your CPU is having ports. Front you will be having USB wire connector and you can connect any pen drive or that. Back side also you are having ports like connecting the input output devices like scanner, printer, you can connect. Okay, so that back side and front side ports are nothing but what? 8255. You can use 8255 or directly 8212 is also used as input and output port without programming. If you want to use it as input, you use as input part of 8255. It is 8212 is having 2 devices internally. One device is input, one device is output. So if you want to use input, what you have to do? If you want to use output, what you have to do? You will be seeing in the topic itself. Okay. Now 8255. 8255 means you are having what? It is a programmable IC. User can program it. It is having ports, input output ports. So user can program it and it can do the operation by its own way. Okay. This is your first chapter. Second chapter you are having what? D to A converters. D to A converter means analog to digital. Here you will be having only two topic, binary weighted and R to 2R ladder network method. Okay, these two topics. Then third chapter deals what? Analog to digital converters. Now analog to digital converters are also having two topics. One is like successive approximation method and one is like dual slope method. So here also we can use two methods for converting analog to digital. Analog signal into digital, we are having two methods. Okay, one is like dual slope method and one is like successive approximation method. And then the last chapter is having what? Loop. Open loop and closed loop. Open and closed loop is the concept you are having in your last chapter, and next you will be having one important answer from your unit 4th. If you are studying that answer, compulsory it will come. Stepper motors. Okay, means in this chapter stepper motor is one of the motor where you can connect it to the machines, and where as it is rotating you will get the operation on and off. Okay, so stepper motor is nothing but a device which is used for rotation purpose. So this topic is very important, stepper motor. It's last chapter of your unit 4th that you will be studying in open loop and closed loop system. You will be studying the unit 4th last topic, that is nothing but stepper motor. So out of this 4th unit, if you will study at least stepper motor answer is more than enough, because definitely in your final exam stepper motor will come. And then if you want to study means with might be this sem is like 2 hours or 3 hours, we don't know, means we have to wait and watch, because we cannot confirm that it is 2 hours or 3 hours. So according to 3 hours schedule only you prepare, it is better, because this is like 5th sem. For this at least you have to study stepper motor answer. Then these two ICs if you will study, means choice definitely out of this you can get any one essay answer. So don't think that it is like a easy going chapter. It is having easy going unit. It is having 4 chapters. At least you have to, even though you will not study also, at least you have to watch the videos so that you can clarify with the unit 4th, and at least you will learn 3 answers from unit 4th, more than enough. Okay, but these two important topics like we can learn in this chapter 1, that is nothing but 8212 and 8255. So definitely they will give these ICs in the exam and stepper motor answer. And for short you will be getting open loop, closed loop differences from unit 4th, and D to A converter you will get one short as binary weighted or R2 to R ladder network method. So in my next class I will be starting first after this introduction video I have made, so that you should be clarified before going to the syllabus of your unit 4th. Before entering to unit 4th you should be clarified in the introduction of your unit 4th. That's why I have said you introduction of unit 4th, all the chapters. In my next class I will be starting the first chapter of your unit 4th. Okay, and 8212 IC, non-programmable IC, I will start in your next class. Thank you.